Hi friends, Krista here. Thank you so much for stopping by at Books and Jams again. It is time for another weekend vlog. I feel like I've done a lot of vlogs lately, but that's just how April has been. But this is a normal weekend for a vlog, so I'm gonna vlog. I am at the gardens right now, about to go into the botanical gardens with my little buddy who's in the back seat, and they have a butterfly exhibit. And I cannot wait because he is obsessed with butterflies. I'm really hoping that one lands on him. But we have 2 days left of April. I have 2 books that I'm trying to finish. Keeper of the Lost Cities, book 7, which is called Flashback, and Transcendent Kingdom by Ya Jessie. Yep, just wait a minute, okay? Not the library, we're going to the gardens. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get both of those finished today and tomorrow, but I'm certainly going to try. I don't have much going on today after work. I'm going to go to the chiropractor as usual. And then tonight I have a patron Zoom. Tomorrow I'm doing a patron Zoom live sprint, like reading sprints in the morning tomorrow. Well, like 11 o'clock my time. So that should be fun. But then I don't really have anything going on tomorrow, except that it's independent bookstore day. So I'm hoping to go hit up 1 or 2 or 3 independent bookstores in my area. That would be kind of fun to celebrate the day. And I'm going to let myself buy 1 book at each location if I find something that I just have to have. So I have some filming to do. I have some reading to do. It should be a pretty regular old weekend for me, but I will bring you along and we'll see what we get up to. But first, botanical gardens with a little buddy and hopefully some butterflies. All right, I am sitting in my chair to sit down and read for a little bit. It's about 3:15. I came home after the chiro and had lunch and filmed one of my videos I need to film today. I still need to figure out my May TBR so that I can film that before the end of the day. But I just took some time to do some Patreon stuff. This weekend is going to be a busy Patreon weekend. So tonight I have a chat with some of my levels of patrons. Tomorrow morning I have sprints with them, and then Sunday is our book club chat for April's book that we finished. So I did some of that, and I'm about to sit down and read for a little bit and also kind of do sprints because I want to get some laundry started. I want to get some of my chores started so that I don't have to do it all tomorrow. But it's also really beautiful outside and I kind of want to go for a walk. I just don't have an audiobook going right now, but I could, I suppose, read. I do have the audio for Transcendent Kingdom because it's a literary fiction. I just was having a hard time connecting with the audio, especially because there's not very much of a plot and it's the writing that is just so beautiful. It's definitely very character based, but I'm really not that far into it. And if I'm going to make enough progress to finish it tomorrow, maybe listening to this while I go for a walk is a good idea. And because I'm a little bit more into it now, maybe I'll be okay. But also I'm doing it as a buddy read and I'm not sure I'll have as much to talk about if I simply listen to it rather than reading it with my eyeballs. I don't know. But if I go for a walk, I will probably listen to Transcendent Kingdom. But at the moment, I am feeling the need to read more of Flashback. I am just about exactly halfway through this one. And again, not sure I'm going to be able to finish this before the end of the day tomorrow. I've seen a few people that are going to be doing sprints on YouTube, and sprints always help me to get some more reading done. Plus, I'm doing some sprints on my own with my patrons tomorrow. Oh yeah, I also put in a grocery order to pick up in the morning, and I marked it for 7 to 8 a.m. because I also saw some yard sales that I might want to go to tomorrow. Oh my word, there's so many things that I now want to do this weekend. But a big thing that I would like to do is make a big dent or finish this book and Transcendent Kingdom. I should show you the actual cover. This is the actual cover. I also need to figure out May TBR. I don't know what I want to read next month. This is the book. I really loved Homegoing by her. This one is a little bit different. So I'm liking it, but different. Okay, so I'm going to sit down and read for a little bit and then get up and probably change the sheets on my bed and start a load of laundry. That's, I think, what my first sprint productivity, whatever, is going to be. But I'm going to read. Set my timer for about 20 minutes, probably. I think I'm going to do 20-20. I usually do 15-15, but I think I'm going to do 20-20 right now because I have a lot of things that need to get done. So 20-20 it is. Here I go. I'm still in this chair. I promise I haven't been here since the last clip, but I did read a few different sprints in Keeper of the Lost Cities, but I also changed the sheets on my bed and washed the mats in my bathroom and did 2 loads of laundry and caught up on all my comments and sent some links that I needed to send to patrons and filmed 2 videos. So I feel like I've gotten a lot done today. I think I have 7 things crossed off of my long to-do list for the weekend, but it's progress. I am now working on cleaning out some emails and getting ready to do my patron Zoom tonight. This one is just a chat, and this is where they will recommend a book for me to read in the month of May. And I love hearing what they recommend. I get so excited every month. So I'm going to be doing that and just getting stuff done today. I love it. I made breakfast for dinner because I didn't feel like cooking leftovers and I didn't pull anything out of the freezer. I need to pull some stuff out of the freezer for tomorrow, but I didn't feel like leftovers. Oh, I also switched over my closet. I put a lot of winter stuff away and pulled out some spring, summer stuff, went through the drawers of my dresser, have a huge pile of clothes that I do not wear or don't fit me anymore. I could probably do that 3 more times. I have too many clothes, but I'm excited. I feel productive today. And I'm really enjoying Keeper of the Lost Cities. It's very good. So I'm going to do my Zoom and then I'm going to find some sprints tonight. Good morning. It is Saturday morning and I am sitting at Walmart waiting for my pickup order to come out. I did bring Flashback with me because I'm obsessed with the series. Once I get to a certain point, I just don't want to stop. And I'm more than halfway now. So I just really want to keep going with this book. I probably will finish it today. Hopefully. I have a lot going on today though. Independent bookstore day, a lot of cleaning. I want to make baked oatmeal later, groceries to put away. The neighborhood where I nanny is, I think I saw a sign that they're having yard sales today, community yard sale. So I'm going to drive the long way home and just kind of check it out and see if they are. I'm doing sprints with patrons today. It's going to be a busy, fun day. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the day will bring. There are 5 independent bookstores near me. And I found out yesterday that if I printed out a little passport thing, and if I get a stamp from each of the 5 places, I get a free tote bag. So I'm going to try my best to do that because free tote bag. 2 are on the same street. Two are used bookstores. One's a children's bookstore. So my goal is to buy 1 book at each place. So I don't think it'll break the bank. I don't think it will break the bank because children's books are usually less expensive. 2 of them are used bookstores. And so only 2 of them would be like a full price bookstore. One of them is brand new. I've never been there yet. It's called Book Bar, and it's a Black woman owned bookstore where they highlight POC authors. And I'm really excited about that to see what I might find in there. Should be fun. Should be fun. For now, I'm just going to sit and read my book while I wait for my groceries to come out. I'll talk to you later. Oh, just reading in the drive-thru line. As one does. Morning. So on my way to where I'm going to go see if they have yard sales, I forgot about this little farm market that they have every Saturday. So I bought myself some local strawberries. Oh my word. So delish. Oh my word. And I got a little thing of tomatoes because my grocery order didn't have them. So I got some tomatoes and strawberries and a pepper, a red pepper, everything red today. Red pepper, red strawberries, red tomatoes. Hello, it is now about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday. I had a great time sprinting with some of my patrons on a Zoom earlier today, but I had to cut it short because this morning I got a last minute phone call from my aunt and uncle who are driving through today and wondered if they could stop by. So I had to rush home. No garage sales happened. I had to rush home and clean my house. Like deep clean the bathroom, vacuum up everything, straighten up, and make some baked oatmeal because my Uncle Wayne and Aunt Barb stopped by for lunch today. So I had to cut short my sprints, and during one of the sprints I had to cook. But it was a really nice visit, and they just left, and now it is time for Independent Bookstore Day. So my area just had this little passport thing. I'm gonna attempt to go to 5 bookstores. So I will take you along. Let's see how many I can get. Okay, so I just went to one bookstore, Fountain Bookstore downtown, and one of the other 4 is on the next block. So I'm getting a little exercise and not having to search for another parking spot downtown, because that's no fun. And I bought a book in the first store that was on my anticipated reads list from the spring. So Mayfair Bookshop, very excited to now have that. Yay! And I'm getting lots of funny looks from the 2 people who just drove by. But here I go. Number 2 is gonna be the Book Bar. One last bookshop to go to, but I'm over here on the side of town where I used to stop at this little free library all the time, and I just happen to have a book in my trunk, an Ark of the Mothers. I can't return it at a bookstore, so I'm putting it in here, and let's see what they have. Whoa, that was close, sorry. It's really full. Let's see. Well, I left my book, but I decided not to take anything. That Sweet Tea and Sympathy book sounded good, but I am planning this weekend to unhaul a little bit, and I don't want to add a book that I've never heard of before and that I'm not really like eager to pick up right away. There's no need for me to get that book. So I left it in there for someone else to pick up and enjoy. And I also left my book. But I now have just one last bookstore to go to, and I will have gotten all 5. I'm so proud of myself. So 2 hours in, and I've hit 4 bookshops already. I will show you everything that I got once I got home, but the last one that I went to was a used bookstore, and so I picked 2 books from there. But surprise, surprise, if you were using a Passport, which I am, you got an additional 20% off. So I paid $7 for 2 books. I'm so pleased. That just like makes my day, things like that. I will say that one of the perks of coming later in the day is that it's not nearly as crowded as I think it might have been earlier today. This one is my last stop, and I think there's 4 other cars in the parking lot, and I'm sure there's workers in there, right? So yeah, it's not nearly as crowded. So this one is a mix of new and used. Let's see what I can find. I am back from all of my independent bookstore day shopping. I stopped at this place called Stella's to get myself some dinner. I got a lovely panini that I'll be eating in a moment, and I made it to all 5. So I got this reusable grocery bag, tote bag. It does say like the date and ibdrva.com, and it has on the side like shop indie, local, shop indie bookstores, buy local, it matters, blah, blah, blah. So I got myself a book tote bag, and let's just go through and see all the things that I got. I wish some of these bags had the bookstore name on them, but I get it. Like, don't spend your money on that, it's fine. Let's see what this one is. Oh, so this one is from the Book Bar, and it's the Black woman owned. I met the owner, she's super kind. And it was like a party in there. They were having somebody sign, I didn't even go over there, like some little book, and they had like a little wine tasting at the back. I don't think she can even sell by the glass. She can only sell tastings in order to keep, I don't know, the alcohol people off of her back. But I got this book called The Darkest Child by Dolores Phillips. Octavia Spencer blurbs it on the front. It's a historical fiction set in Georgia in 1958. 13-year-old Tangi Mae Quinn is the 6th of 10 fatherless siblings. She's the darkest skinned among them, and therefore the ugliest in her mother's estimation. But she's also the brightest. She is selected to be part of the first integrated class at a nearby white high school, and she has the chance to change her life, but can she break free from Roselle, her mother's grasp, without ruinous or even fatal consequences? Oh man, it sounds so good. So I'm really excited about that one. BBGB was the name of the children's bookstore. It's so cute in there, and they used to do story times. When I first started nannying, I used to bring the little boy that I watched at that point to their story times, but they haven't started back up since COVID. But in there, I picked up the 3rd book in the Winter House Mysteries by Ben Gooderson. This is a middle grade mystery series. I have book 1 and 2 in this paperback edition. Book 3 has been on Book Outlet, but only the hardcover, and I wanted to get the paperback. And I have been listening to these on audio, but it's one that I like to listen and read along because the illustrations are fabulous. I really like the illustrations in here. And it's one that kind of has some word play, some word puzzles that go along with it. But this will finish the trilogy for me. So I'm eager. There's our girl and her friend. I'm eager to finish up that series. So I figured that would be a good purchase from BBGB. Let's see what's next. Oh, that's the book I'm reading now, Keeper of Velocity. Let's see. This one is from the only one that made me wear a mask. It's called Chop Suey Books, and they have new books downstairs. And then if you go upstairs, they have all ton of old books, or not old books, used books. So I kind of wandered around a little. I looked in the middle grade room, didn't see anything. But then in the fiction room, I found 2. So I picked up the 3rd book in the Flavia de Luce mystery series. And now I'm not allowed to buy any more until I at least read the first one. This is by Alan Bradley. I know I'm gonna love it. Someone just sent me the 2nd book. I have the 1st book, and now I have the 3rd book, A Red Herring Without Mustard. And I believe the main character is like a child detective. And then I picked up a book that I've never heard of before. When I saw that it's a Jane Austen inspired book though, I had to get it. It's Dear Emma by Katie Heaney. I didn't look this up on Goodreads, so I don't know what its rating is. It's about a young woman, Harriet. She's the author of her college newspaper's student advice column called Dear Emma. So it's gonna be a play on Emma from Jane Austen. She's really great at dispensing wisdom and helping everyone else figure out their life, but somehow she can't take her own advice, especially after Keith, the guy that she's dating, blows her off completely. I didn't really even read the whole back. I just love Jane Austen retellings or inspired books, and this one was only, I think, $3.95. So pretty cheap. It's in decent condition. Pleased about that. And that store, I think I said it already, surprise, 20% off if I was using my passport. Sweet. Okay, at the first store that I went to was called Fountain Bookstore. Their bag does have a name on it. And someone in there, I was filming a little bit, and someone in there said, asked me why I was filming, and so I told her about my channel. She wrote down my channel name and everything. So hello, if you're the person from Fountain Bookstore that wrote down Books and Jams, welcome. But in there, I think I already mentioned, I picked up the Mayfair Bookshop by Eliza Knight. This was on my anticipated reads for January, February, and March, I believe. And it's a World War II historical fiction, 1938 and present day, dual timeline. And it all involves this London bookshop that greatly impacts the lives of these 2 different women. So really excited to read that and own it. And the final 3 are from the last bookstore, the one that I turned in my passport, I got my bag. And this was called The Good People, and it's a combination new and used. Of course, I only grabbed used ones, but I did get 3 of them. One was $6, one was $3, and another was $6. So I got 3 books here. The first one is The Birch Bark House by Louise Erdrich. This is a sort of similar, along the same lines of Laura Ingalls Wilder. So it's set during that same pioneer kind of time, but from a Native perspective. So I'm really excited about that. I've heard really good things about it. Never read it or owned it. This one I have somewhere, I think. Stella by Starlight. I feel like I own this book, but I've been looking all over for it and I cannot find it. So I like Sharon M. Draper very much, and I've heard good things about this one. It's on my BookTube recommends cart, which means it's on my owned TBR shelf on Goodreads. I just can't find my copy of it. It was only $6, a hardcover, middle grade. I'm thrilled to have this. Very exciting. And then the last one that I got, oh, I got a sticker too. Independent Bookstore Day. I visited an independent bookstore on Saturday, April 30th. Yay. The last one that I got is a historical fiction, The Last Garden in England by Julia Kelly. And I recognize that name, Julia Kelly. I think she wrote, oh, The Light Over London and The Whispers of War is what she wrote. It says it right here. So this is present day in 1907 and 1944. Triple timeline, all around gardens in England. Hence the name, The Last Garden in England. But we're gonna look at 3 women. In the present day, Emma looks at long neglected gardens, and she kind of dives into the past of this one particular garden. And then I believe we go to 1907 when the garden was first designed. And then in 1944, Beth wants a place to call home. They're at Highbury House. I don't know, there's a couple different women in that 1944 timeline. But within the gardens of Highbury House's treasured gardens blooms a secret that will tie these women together for decades. I'm excited. It feels like a good springtime read, as I'm gonna be thinking about putting in a garden soon, vegetable garden, which I fail at miserably every year, but I'd like to try. So I'm really loving the cover of that one. I'm very pleased. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 new books, 5 bookstores. Not too bad, not too bad. A couple brand new, paid full price, but a couple that I got super cheap, which I'm very pleased about. So now I'm gonna eat my dinner and then read Keeper of the Lost Cities. I also need to edit my May TBR and get that up. Hopefully you've already seen it because I'm putting it up today, even though it's like after 5. I'm still gonna put it up today because tomorrow is May and I don't wanna put it up tomorrow. I've been slacking off. I think going away on a weekend makes it really difficult if I didn't plan ahead for videos, which I didn't last week. And I left on a Wednesday, didn't get back till Sunday night. I should have filmed on Sunday night when I got back. Regardless, my May TBR is going up today. And I have more things to film tomorrow. I have a big list of things for May. I'm very excited. It's gonna be a good month. And now I'm gonna go read Keeper and eat my Stella's panini. I'll talk to you later. Hello. I have been sitting in this chair for a really long time, but I'm super comfortable. And I've been making very much progress on Keeper of the Lost Cities. I only have this much left. And it's so good. It's so very good. I don't want to stop, but I had to stop to get my May TBR up. That's done and up. And now I'm going to stop again to take a look at my lesson for church tomorrow because it's Saturday night at 9 o'clock and I'm teaching tomorrow and I haven't even looked at it. So I need to do that. Thankfully, church doesn't start till 11, so I have time in the morning as well if I need to go get something or just to take a few more minutes to prepare in the morning. I've got lots of time to do that, but I definitely want to read over it tonight and like get started preparing, print out things that I need to, etc., etc. So I'm going to go do that and then I'm going to get back to this. The chances are high that I might need to stay up late and just finish it, but I also need to be wise and probably finish it tomorrow. But there comes a point when you get so close to the end of a book that you just don't want to stop, right? So I've just under 200 pages, 180 pages. Yeah, probably not going to happen tonight as much as I might want it to. But I made a lot of progress on it today. It's been a good day. Got a lot of stuff done in the house. Went to 5 bookstores. Yeah, my to-do list got knocked out. So I am pretty pleased with how Saturday ended up. But this is going to be it for me today. I will hop back on tomorrow and share about tomorrow. But this is going to be it for today. I'm going to look at my lesson and read a little bit more and then go to bed. So I'll talk to you tomorrow. Phew. I'm tuckered out. I should probably put my glasses back on. I just got done filming 3 videos. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. I was like tempted to keep going, but I think I want to stop and read. But church was really good today. I think I had 8 kids and 2 junior helpers, and it was a lot of fun. The kids were great. 2 girls had never been to church before, so that was a lot of fun. We had another newer girl that was there as well. Yeah, it was good time. It was a good time. I stayed after because the first Sunday of the month I stay after for, it's called Connect Gathering. It's like anybody who's new within the last few weeks, we invite them to stay and have lunch and talk about all the nitty gritty of the church, and I help out with that. So that was a lot of fun. We had a huge Connect Gathering today, and then I came home and I immediately tried to figure out what I was going to film and got going. So I filmed, I'll tell you, you'll get a sneak peek. So I filmed a 5-star prediction follow-up because I finished the five books that I predicted would be 5 stars in December. I finished those. So I did the follow-up of that, and I filmed 5 more 5-star prediction. Like I filmed another 5-star prediction with 5 more books. And then I filmed my April wrap-up. And I have this vlog going up on Monday. So those 3 I'll figure out when they're going to go up. But I'm very excited that I have a few videos now to edit and put together and all that stuff. So I have my work cut out for me when it comes to editing. But I'm kind of liking my curls today. As long as I don't touch them. I had to spray the gray. The gray is all hidden underneath the spray. But now I'm going to go have a little snack and maybe go for a walk. No, I'm going to read a little bit first. I really want to finish Flashback. I have like 130 pages to go, though. I'm not sure I can finish before my book club Zoom for Patreon. So I think I will read a little, walk a little, Zoom a little, and then finish the book. That's the plan for the evening. Hello. It is now 7:15 and I have not read anything today. not anything. But I just got done with my Zoom book club chat for Patreon, and it was so good. I love chatting with those ladies, and we talked about Dear Mrs. Bird this month, and it just was really, really nice to hear everybody's thoughts and different opinions on things. I've been to very few book clubs in person, but the few that I've been to, often we get off topic and talk about everything else and barely ever talk about the book. And that is not how our book discussions go with my Patreon book club, which I love. We just stay on topic. People interact with each other. We just have a grand old time, and I love it so much. And I was going to read a little bit this afternoon, but I ended up talking to my sister on the phone, and then I went for a walk, and I filmed another video for my other channel. So I filmed 4 things today, plus this vlog. Yikes. But now the time has come to settle in and read the last 100 or so pages that I have of Flashback. I just want to finish it so bad. So the time has come. I'll let you know how it goes. All right, my friends, it's now 11:15 and I need to go to bed. It's Monday morning. It's going to come quickly, but I just want to say that I finished Flashback. This is about the only reading that I did this weekend, but it's because it was so big. And you remember I was like halfway through, or just barely halfway through on Friday. It was so good. I love this series so much. This one I'm giving 4 stars, not 5, because probably the first half of it took place in the healing center from events that happened at the very beginning or in the last book. I can't even remember now. But the first chunk of this book really happened in one room. And I kind of missed on some of the other people in the friend group, because we really were focusing on Sophie and Fitz and Keith, and it was almost a bit of a love triangle, kind of. And I very clearly have a preference. I mean, they're 15 and 16 though now, so relationships are going to become even more a part of their story. I didn't mind it at all. But then once they got out of the healing center, they still had healing to do, but things picked up in pace quite a bit for the second half of the book. And by the end, I couldn't put it down because it was very intense. But we got to see trolls, who are another creature that lives in the world. And we haven't seen too much of the trolls in the other books. So that was kind of fun to get to see a whole nother race, I guess, that lives in this world, which is like our world, but more. That's all like the hidden parts of our world. The lost cities, right? So I really enjoyed this. I read it with Amy Bowman, and we are now debating, or I think we've decided to not dive right into the next one, because this is book 7 and book 9 comes out in November. So we only have 8, and then there's an 8.5. We have 2 more to read between now and November, and I don't want to finish those 2 in May and June and then have to wait all the way till November. So we're going to try to spread it out a little bit. So I think we're going to skip May, read 8 in June, skip a couple months or a month, and then read 8.5 much closer to when the next one is coming out. But I'm so glad that I finished it. I'm still really loving that series. And now I need to go to bed. I did edit and post a video for my other channel, my health journey channel, Krista's Joyful Journey. So I got that up and posted. I filmed a lot today. I ended up filming 4 things, 3 things for this channel and the other video for the other channel. And then I had a wonderful book discussion about Dear Mrs. Bird with a handful of my patrons. I always love those discussions so, so much. And I got that uploaded to Patreon for those who couldn't make it. So I've been busy. I do feel like I've been sitting in this chair for quite a bit this evening, but now it's time for me to wrap everything up and go to bed. When it comes to my May TBR, like what am I picking up next? I am going to still work on Transcendent Kingdom, and I think I might pick up one of my library books. I have quite a few library books out right now, so I think I'm going to grab one of those to bring to work with me tomorrow, even though most of the time at work I'm going to be working on editing. I do still want to start something for May. I just don't know what that's going to be yet. So you'll have to wait and see. Thank you so much for watching, though. I would love to chat with you in the comments about anything that you saw in this video. It was a pretty busy day yesterday, and I finished only just one book this weekend, but it was a chunker. Look at that. All right, that's going to be it for me today. I really appreciate you watching, and I will talk to you in another video very soon. Bye.